My name is Ryan Higgins. I'm from Jupiter, Florida. My role with Viking is our Southeast sales manager as well as our demonstrator program manager. Growing up as a kid, I spent some summers fishing with family friends throughout the Bahamas, and that's where it all started, falling in love with offshore fishing. I definitely gained a passion for boats as well. Through college, I studied naval architecture and went on to work for a boat manufacturer, Scout Boats. And then 4 years later, an opportunity with Viking came along, which worked out well, and I've been there 16 years now. At Viking, we try to build the best all-around platform from the fishing standpoint, but also the livability of the boat and the performance and ride of the boat. We definitely nailed that with our 72-footer, which you're seeing a lot of them. It definitely has the performance and ride of anything out there. I mean, we're 45 plus knots on the top end and a cruise of nearly 40 knots, which is just incredible. But when you walk into the salon of the boat, down below, the livability of it's phenomenal. We start out with the customer, figuring out the final design of the interior layout, speccing the boat out completely, and then we create a build order for the boat. And then we actually have a cut date that we start cutting the interior units and putting the staterooms and all the cabinetry together off the boat. Following that cut date, we go into our mold date where we're laying up the hull mold. Everything's happening basically at the same time. We're laying up the deck house mold. The hull gets its grid system. We go ahead and bring the engines in, drop every generators, everything into the boat, including the interior units, and then the boat gets capped with the deck house. Following the deck house, the bridge goes on and comes to the end of the building on the railway and go to start up in the water, where we spend roughly about 8 to 10 hours worth of sea trialing the boat before we end up delivering the boat to the customer. 72-footer is roughly somewhere around 10 months. You hear some of these guys waiting 3 to 5 years to build a boat. With us, we have it down to a science. Our production line is on a strict schedule that we always meet. We're doing things like installing teak after hours, and a lot of times we'll set the tower on the boat right when the boat first hits the water, and you can have a complete package in less than a year. We're surrounded by great people. It doesn't matter if it's the group on the production line building the boats to the head of the company. I mean, everybody seems to have the same passion. That's what drives the company. There's a lot of guys that chase that one big fish, but what we all dream about is fishing out of the Northeast and getting out there and seeing those white marlin on the surface cutting and having a 50-plus bite day. Every time we go out that inlet, our group has that mindset that that's what we're looking for. We've seen it up there before, and that's what keeps you going back. Putting us all together as a group in a tournament atmosphere, we get to see the competition, we get to be around all our customers, and you get that feedback from every customer individually, and that's driven the success of Viking. We listen to our customers thoroughly, and as well as we get to see what some of the competition's doing out there. Our design team is basically our fishing team. It's our head engineer, all the Heelys that own the company, vice president of sales, our head designer. Those key guys are our core fishing group that fishes the tournament circuit in the summer. That's their passion, is building boats and fishing. I think that's what makes Viking so unique, is a bunch of guys that's what they live for. We're going to continue to push the envelope to make these boats ride better and run faster, get you to the fishing grounds even quicker.